Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. Today I want to talk about something that I have been asked a few times, and as we get ready for the Rise of Iron, I wanted to talk about it. And that is, what should you keep? What should you do with all this stuff? All this stuff. All up in your trunk. All up in your trunk. So, what should you keep for the Rise of Iron, and what should you delete? So, we're going to talk about that because I was requested. And I have some opinions on it and some thoughts that you might find interesting. So, let's get right into it. First, let's talk about the Taken King when the Taken King came out. So, Year 1 Destiny had a lot of guns, a lot of gear, and a lot of just stuff. And vault space was limited, and there was a lot of issues with vault space, so that was one of the things you had to manage very closely was vault space. So, when Year 2 came out, when the Taken King came out, we knew all of these Year 1 weapons, all of these things, were going to be left behind. So in Year 2, we had to think about vault space in those terms. What are we going to keep for nostalgia? What are we going to keep because we want it? And what are we going to keep to use, quote unquote, even though like in the Crucible you can still use it because light level will be disabled. But in any other activity, a lot of these old guns are not useful. That final round spear. But that's not necessarily the case with Year 3 in Rise of Iron. In Rise of Iron, the light level is being increased to, I think, 385 from 335, and it'll go up to 400 when the hard raid comes out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's pretty close if I'm wrong. But something similar. So, Year 2 weapons, though, will be brought into Year 3. So you can infuse a Year 2 weapon. I can take my Hawk Saw, and I can get something that's 350, 370, and infuse it right into it. So these guns are continuing on into Year 3. Which means they're still useful. Which means you might not want to delete them from your vault. So if you want to get to the point of my video, don't delete anything. Like nothing. We don't know what's changing. We don't know what the patch notes are because there's usually a big patch right before the update comes out. So a week or two before the update, there'll be a huge patch with a lot of changes, maybe some weapon balancing, maybe some updates to exotics. You never really know, and I know you can get the exotics from the blueprints, so don't worry too much about them. If you need to delete an exotic for some space, that's fine. But I'd say don't delete anything. Don't delete anything until we know, and I would say until we get into the Rise of Iron and you actually need the space for something. So they have talked about vault space in Rise of Iron when directly asked. One of the Bungie's employees said, "Are you increasing vault space?" And they said, "Not with the initial release of Rise of Iron. They're not increasing vault space, but there are plans, and they do understand that they need to address it in some way." Now, in Year 2 they doubled it. They gave us double the vault space, and I do butt up against this 108 weapon cap pretty easily. I recently cleaned out my guns last week. So, I will need more vault space. Honestly, I wish there was a trophy room. A trophy room, I could move stuff out of my vault, take my 3 little words, take my stranger's rifle, take my Ephrodite spear, take my LDR, put it into a trophy room where the guns are not, they're just displayed. They're not used, but they're displayed. So you can take them, go look at them, show them off, but if you want to use it, you have to move it back to your vault. I think that would be really neat. I really want a trophy room. That's something I need to think about, and it's something that brings back to Skyrim. You could take your gear off and put it on a mannequin, or put it on what are they called? Anyway, you could put it on a body form that was in your house, and it was still your gear. You could just display it. I want something like that in Destiny. I think they're missing out by not having that. Just have a Guardian statue that you could put all your gear. So I could put all my Year 1 Iron Banner gear that I've been holding on to just because it's awesomely fun to keep. So I'd like a trophy room, man. Come on, let's just do it, as Bill Clinton would say. Come on, baby. Let's hold that thumb up. So trophy room would be really cool, but all in all, don't delete anything. Keep your stuff and wait and see, because like I said, there will be a patch. There'll be a big patch that'll probably change a lot of things. Change how some exotics behave, change how some archetypes behave, change how some gear behaves, and you don't want to delete something that would have been changed and now is more advantageous than it was previously. So hold on to your stuff. Wait for that patch. Wait for Rise of Iron. Then when you get something that you want to keep in your vault, that you need space for, do that. And then wait and see if they increase the vault space. Now, I'm sure it will be addressed very early on, at least some information about what they're going to do. So look forward to that. But yeah, final thoughts. TLDR, don't delete anything just yet. Hold on to it, wait, and just get ready. The thought on my brain as far as preparing for Rise of Iron in general is it's an experience. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to play it a lot, so I'm just going to go in and play it. I'm not gonna really do anything. I'm not going to stockpile anything. I'm not going to edge my factions. I'm not really going to do anything but play the game and enjoy it, because once Rise of Iron comes out, I want to spend a lot of time in it, playing it and enjoying it and just having fun. It's like King of Thalion's been telling people when they ask him what he's doing to prepare. He's like, nothing. I'm playing the game. It's fun. So that's what I think, guys. Let me know what you think. What are you doing to prepare? What do you think about vault space, and what guns are you keeping? What guns are you deleting? Are you deleting anything? So let me know in the comments. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, I'm Death from Above. I will see you later. See you, bye.